Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Production. This is Abhi. I'm back with another session. So today I'm gonna do this kind of animation. We can when we click on start, it will be starting the animation. There will be background buildings and the roads will be running. So I'm gonna show you. So let's begin into it. I'll just show you one example how we are going to make it today. So this is how we are going to make an animation. So it's not a GIF, it's a kind of a sprite image we have. So we call it sprite image. We have around 8 frames. Okay, I'm going to show you how to animate a man walking who weared a cap. So I'm just going to show you uh, how we do animation using JavaScript and CSS separately. So for CSS, I'm going to use keyframes. It's a CSS3 concept for animations. So I'm going to use that. And for JavaScript, I'm going to use something like core JavaScript methods and CSS methods like background position. Okay. So using that, I'm going to build it. So I'll show you step by step how to design such kind of animations. Like people are like wonder like how they do animations in CSS and JavaScript. So these the answer where you get from. Okay, so let's carry on. So let me remove this first. Okay, so let me give an ID to it. It's an image. Okay, leave it like that. And so first, what we have to do first, we have to display. And first, let me write one button start. Okay, the start button, and this is something like stop. Okay, so on click of start, I should start the animation. Oh, I just forgot to close this. Yeah, right. So this is somehow. So I just give the URL of this one and just write simple CSS, which will display the image. All right, so this is the image. So now for this image, what we are going to do is we are going to animate this image. Okay, so step by step we'll go. So first we'll create a function. Okay, so we'll create a function, something like animate. Okay, so in this first let me go with the image count, with how many images we have. Let us take 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 images we have here, right? So 8 image count will be 8, and const the total width is the other one. So if you take an example of CSS, 184 into 8, it's around 1472. Perfect. So I'm going to do 1472. So this will be my total width. Okay, so now I'm just gonna declare const. So let us make it let, because we manipulate it in the between. So position, so we make it something like position is something like total width divided by the image count. Okay, so the position, how much position we need to move it, so that is the okay. And the other one is like we have const interval. So this is something like speed we can decide. For example, 200 milliseconds is what I'm going. Const EIFF equal to. So this will be again same thing like total width. Okay, so this is the difference amount. We are going to reset this value once it is. So well, let me format until we're done. So we have declared a variable over here, right? So I'm just gonna write a function, simple set interval function to it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking the ID of that, and on this I'm just going to style it. Okay, style dot background, something like there will be some background position. Okay, so here I'm gonna use something like object literals. I'm gonna use. Okay, so it will be minus my dollar value, like my position. Okay, position and px. So hope you're understanding. This is something like, we do some string interpolation kind of. So this is in new in ES6 actually. So I'm using that concept over here. And now let me write some condition over here, and the condition will be the position. If the position is less than the total width, because I'm just checking the entire width with the position that we have. So if that doesn't reach, what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna add the position to position plus width, the difference. Okay, so this is the logic what we're going to do. So once it reaches the width, so then we are going to reset the position to, again, total width divided by the image count. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. That's it. And now just here the interval, we are going to pass the interval. So how soon the interval should iterate. Okay, so this is the interval what we are given. So instead of 200 we will give interval. Okay, and now I'm just copy this method. Okay, on click, I'm just gonna on click and just paste this method over here. And now let's go and click start. Let's see if there are no mistakes or no bugs. I think this is pretty much enough to run. No, there's something has think oh sorry, I think this might be we already have something inbuilt function called animate, right? So let us make it animate something as script. Okay, so we'll rename it to animate script, and then we'll rerun it. Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, so we should not it's a inbuilt animate is a inbuilt method, I think, so that's the reason it's not working. So I just replace it with animate script. It is working, right? So this is how the man operation runs. Like I have explained the logic also, right? So let me stop this now. So if I want to stop this, I'm just creating one more method over here. So what it do, I'm just gonna clear the interval. That's it. When we button gets clicked, I'm just gonna clear it. Perfect. So on this one, on click of this one, I'm just gonna, sorry, stop. So stop script is my method. Okay, so this is something I'm just gonna paste it here. Now run it. If I stop it, the man stops. Now start, stop, start, stop. So this is how we achieved in JavaScript. It's a simple JavaScript that I have written. So now I'm gonna show you how to achieve this using CSS, right? So let it be like this. Now I'm gonna take one more div. Okay, I'm gonna take one more div over here. Fine, so the image is like image2. Let us give it. So I'm gonna copy the same image over here for image2. Okay, so or else let me remove this, or I'm not sure. So all right, so let me just drag this. Okay, so I'm just minimizing this to see whether we are gonna look. Right, guys, I'm just moving it aside because the view is very small over here. Sorry for that. Now what I'm going to do is, so we are done with okay, the JavaScript one, right? So I'm just gonna make it using CSS3 as I promised. So as I said, let us write a simple character animation like using keyframe. So has image 2. The class contains animate start. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just make I'm write some animation for this animation something like man walk. Okay. So man walk, the time would be for each every second we have given 200 into 8 is something like 1600 1.6 times, right? 1600 milliseconds, so it's 1.6 time. And step will be how many steps we are going to do. We are going to do it 8 steps, fine. And this is going to be like infinite loop, fine. So man walk doesn't exist, so we are going to write for that. I'm gonna write for it at the rate. So this is how a keyframe should be. Keyframes should be declared, right? Okay. So my like man walk is my keyframe name. So I'm just going to so till 100%. So my background position should be from minus sorry minus 1472 pixels to 0. All right. So this is my animation. Yeah, I think there is some error. There are two. Okay. So I'm just gonna format it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just running it for 1600 milliseconds for 8 steps until my width is 1472. Okay. Well, so in the code what I'm going to add is so I just need this class. On clicking off, well, we are able to reach, and I just copied this one, uh, image 2 it will be, and dot set attribute of, I'm just gonna set the class. Okay. So first it is we have added stop animated. I have just to make it as uh, the function name. Okay. So I'm just adding the class to it. Perfect. Yeah. So when the user clicks on it, it will just add to it. Okay. All right. Let me go through that now. Yeah, it is image 2. Oh, I'm sorry. I think the name of the animation class is something like animation start. Okay, so this is the start, and I just want to remove it. Okay, when we clicks on stop, fine, right? So I just have to remove this, remove attribute. Now I'm going to run it. So that's how it is. See how the animation is up, and when I click on stop, now both gonna stop. So this is using JavaScript, and this is using CSS3 keyframe animations. I've made some changes to it after this session, like I've added some button color over here, so some universal color, it looks good actually. So you can find the URL of this tutorial, so you can just play around it. I'm just posting the link in the description. So thanks for watching. Please do share, subscribe, and don't forget to like the video, and just give the constructive comments. This is Avi Crazy Production signing off. See you in the next video. Bye bye.